Okay, hey guys. We are going to be talking about ethers in this video, some of their characteristics and uses, as well as how we are going to name them. So ethers, as a reminder, are the functional group, uh, uh, contains an ether functional group. So as a reminder, that is where we have an R group or a carbon with an oxygen and then another carbon. So an oxygen with carbons on either side. Characteristic uses and uses of these. The first one is that historically, the first time, at least recently, that ethers have been used has been in medicine and specifically for anesthetics. I need to cheat because I can't spell this. Anesth. So, like the anesthetic that they give you when you're having surgery or something to make you go to sleep is typically an ether. And so, the first one that they used was something called diethyl ether, but it had a problem in that it's very flammable. So, they have switched to using other ethers. So, they put fluorines on the ether to make it not as flammable. Just get rid of all the hydrogens, put fluorines on it instead. So typically that is one of the things that they could give you when you're under anesthetic. And then additionally, we use it as laboratory solvent. So I use diethyl ether specifically a lot, almost all the time. It dissolves other nonpolar substances without mixing with water. So you can have kind of like oil and vinegar, how they separate, they don't mix together. Ether or diethyl ether does not mix with water very well. And so it will dissolve other organic molecules and then stay separate from water. So you can separate organic molecules out of water. It's also maybe fun fact. I don't know if you guys really, hopefully you don't care about this, but it's actually used for purifying cocaine. That's how when you make cocaine, that's how you purify it. You dissolve your material that you used that in the chemical reaction to make it, and it dissolves just the cocaine, and all of the other stuff doesn't dissolve. It stays a solid. And so you can just filter it and you get just the cocaine in your ether, and then you evaporate all the ether off, and you're left with nice pure cocaine. So if you're wondering how to purify some crack cocaine, now you know. Don't know if that's a good thing. Well, too bad. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, not the crack cocaine. Enjoy me being a weirdo. That is what you're enjoying. Naming ethers, off my sidetrack. We're going to name the alkyl groups on either side of the oxygen. So this is actually pretty different than what the naming has been for pretty much everything else. So we take the ether and we just name the alkyl group on either side. Then we list the groups alphabetically, each of those groups on the either side, and follow it by ether at the end. So for example, this molecule here, we have an ethyl group on this side. And I guess I can just keep the same color because we have an ethyl group on this side. They're symmetric, so we call this diethyl ether. So there is a space between diethyl and ether. I'm going to make that very clear. I think in mastering chemistry, if you don't put a space, it'll count it wrong. So just trying to be clear. Okay, so let's look at the second one. So we have on one side, we have methyl, one carbon, right? On the other side, let's switch colors. Let's do red. On the other side, we have propyl. So how we're going to name this is we're going to put those two sides that we just named, we're going to put them in ABC order and then put ether at the end. So the name for this molecule, M comes before P, will be methyl propyl and then ether, since we have our ether in the middle. Okay, let's do one more On this one, we have again methyl. And on the other side, we have isopropyl. So remember that iso does not count in our alphabetizing, so we're comparing M and P again. So our name is going to be methyl isopropyl ether. That's all you gotta do. Okay, I will meet back with you guys for the next video. See you there.